Well, good Friday morning to you. This is Preacher Scott Balcom from New Home Baptist Church coming to you with our regular Friday devotion. I woke up early this morning, and all of this month I've been in John's teachings, John's Gospel, and also his letters from 1 John, 2 John, and 3 John. And this morning I just happened to be focusing upon the 5th chapter of Revelation. And I know most of us think, well, a lot of times Revelation is very difficult to understand. We don't focus there a lot because of its difficulty, and sometimes we miss some things. So I was doing some studying this morning and being anxious about some things right now. I think you would agree that all of us are somewhat worried. We're perplexed about all the things that are going on in our society, and sometimes we just need some reassurance. And I got that this morning. I've told you this before, but you know, nothing ever takes God by surprise. He's always on his throne. He always knows what's coming next. He has calculated years and years ago what the next moves will be and should be. And he just wants us to be obedient to him and what he's calling us to do. And some of these chapters in Revelation are kind of short, and I want to read most of chapter 5 to you today as we're focusing. You can see I'm out here in my pasture, and I've got some young bulls that are feeding back here in the background, and this is just peaceful to me. But this is not my focus, and I hope that your job is not your focus. I hope your focus is upon God each and every day. So let's read together what we find in Revelation chapter 5. Then I saw a scroll in the right hand of the one who was sitting on the throne. This is talking about God, is holding the scroll. And there was writing on the inside and the outside of the scroll, John says. That means the writings are complete, the scroll is complete. And it was sealed with the 7 seals. And I saw a strong angel who shouted with a loud voice, "Who is worthy to break the seals on this scroll and open it?" But no one in heaven or on earth or under the earth was able to open the scroll and read it. And then John says, "Then I began to weep bitterly because no one was found worthy to open the scroll and read it." That's meaning none of us are worthy. No matter how much we feel like we're doing a good job in our service for the Lord, none of us are worthy of praises of God. He is only worthy of our praises. It says, "But one of the 24 elders said to me, 'Stop weeping. Look, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the heir to David's throne, has won the victory, and he is worthy to open the scrolls and its 7 seals.'" Who's John talking about here? Well, he's talking about Jesus, of course. Jesus is worthy to open the scroll and read of it. Then I saw a lamb that looked as if it had been slaughtered. But it was now standing between the throne and the 4 living beings and among the 24 elders. He had 7 horns and 7 eyes, which represents the 7-fold Spirit. You know, I can't understand this and I can't explain it to you, but I will say this: 7 is a perfect number, so we know that Jesus was the perfect Lamb. Is sent out to every part of the earth, looking at the ending in verse 6, said he stepped forward and took the scroll from the right hand of the one sitting on the throne. And when he took the scroll, the 4 living beings and 24 elders fell down before the Lamb. Each one held a harp, and they held gold bowls filled with incense. And here's what I really focused on this morning, which are the prayers of God's people. The incense that he's holding in his hand, this is Jesus, are the prayers of God's people, the prayers of you and I, that we're lifting them up. Sometimes we don't think they're heard. Sometimes we don't think that God is listening or that he will prevail and answer those prayers. When you and I are praying God's will on earth as it is in heaven, God is hearing that. And it says right here, he's putting them in a flask of incense. And he does intend to answer them. He does intend to respond to them. It says, and they sang a new song. This is so reassuring. They sang a new song with these words, "You are worthy to take the scroll and break its seals and open it, for you were slaughtered, and your blood has ransomed people for God from every tribe and language and people and nation, meaning we are all created equal. God sends down his blessings upon the just and the unjust. He sends rain upon the just and the unjust. He provides for our needs, but he wants all of us to reverence him and draw close unto him. It says that you have caused them to come before a kingdom of priests for our God, and they will reign on earth. And this goes on a little further, and he says, I looked again, and I seen the living being and the elders, and they were singing a mighty chorus, worthy is the Lamb who was slaughtered, to receive power and riches and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and blessings. Blessings and honor and glory and power belong to the one sitting on the throne and to the Lamb forever and ever. Amen to that. Worthy is the Lamb that was slain for the sins of the world. Hey, I hope that is reassuring to you today. God bless you. I hope you have a great Friday, a wonderful weekend, and I want to leave you with something that that just caught my attention this morning. I've shared this before, but I can't leave you without sharing it again, and I hope this reassures your whole idea of contentment. It says it's a story about the unhappy farmer. The farmer complained about the lake on his property that always needed to have fish thinned out. The rolling hills made it more difficult for him to see and run the fence rows, and sometimes he couldn't even see his cows because they had so much territory to cover. At night it was so dark it was hard to walk from the barn back to the house, so he decided to sell his place and move somewhere really nice. He called a real estate agent and made plans for the sale of his property. A few days later, he picked up the local newspaper, and here's what he read. An ad that said, country home in an ideal location, quiet and peaceful. It had soft rolling hills, a pristine lake stocked with bass, a classic barn surrounded by natural flowers and soft grass, and it comes complete with a wonderful herd of black Angus cows. It was just close enough to a small town to be convenient, but far enough out to be uncluttered by city lights, traffic, and noise. Well, you know what happened? The farmer read the ad 2 times and then a 3rd time. He finally called up the sales agent and said, please don't sell my farm. I've been looking for a place like that all my life. You know, our blessings are all around us if we'll just look for them. If we'll give God praise, honor, and glory for all the things he's blessed us with, it'll get our focus off the negative and our focus back on what God is reassuring to us each and every day. Hey, I love you. Thank you for taking the time to join in with us. This is just a country life. I enjoy it. God provides our blessings, though, no matter where you are. Take care and have a great weekend.